behind. Hold on. Good morning. Whoa, there we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday morning Madden Sims, where we preview the Lions' upcoming matchup with a game of Madden 2026. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. It's not Friday anywhere, I don't think. I think that's how time zones work. But thanks for joining us. Me, the collective us. Sorry, I just watched a TV show that makes me I'm saying us instead of me. This is still too low. There we go. All right. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome again to Madden Sim. While we're in the month of November, I should mention the mustache is almost looking palatable. It's not quite where it needs to be, you know. Needs a little tweak, as maybe Dan Campbell would say. A little tweak. But you know what? Just the littlest tweak. Make that mustache look good. But we are raising money for the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center. In case you haven't heard. Every year in the month of November, we raise money for a charity. And our total is right there so far. We're trying, if we get to that number, which got a long road ahead, but if we get to that number, I'm going to shave my head. There are a whole bunch of other stuff in between, including stuff like if you donate $500, you get a unique one-of-a-kind Movember hoodie with the Pride of Detroit logo on it with the mustache. Every $1,000 that we raise, we spin what is called the Wheel of Pain, which looks something like this. Sorry, chat, you're about to go away. Oh, no, it's on this side. Where I do things like eat a spoonful of mustard, eat a spoonful of Vegemite, do push-ups, do up-downs, eat disgusting jelly beans, all for the benefit of a charity, and an important one at that, for cancer research, for cancer treatment. Our friends at the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center. I'm kind of out of it this morning. Let me, we're not showing crack. Stop it. Let me get to some alerts here before we jump into all the shenanigans today. Krolik, thank you for the 54 months subscribed on the channel. Says, Jeremy, are you doing your part to lose your 394 pounds by next year? I'm trying. I'm like, I'm at like what am I at? I think I'm at like 163. I want to be at 155. And I know that probably sounds very light. And it is. But it's kind of just like I kind of want to see if I can get there. I'm a small man. I'm 5'9"-ish. Although when I'm standing next to Brad Galley, it looks like I'm 5'3". T-Design, thank you for the 14 months. Says, 14 months. Muscle weights and more fat. Muscle weighs more than fat. I think that's true. But I don't have muscle. I don't work out. I'm trying to get back on the treadmill because if we reach a certain level, I'm going to have to do a 5K, and I am not currently in shape for a 5K. Let me pull up what's up for grabs this Movember in case you guys don't know or don't remember. McVeigh Rob, 32 months, says Brian Branch breakout game confirmed. 32 months. It's true. And then Duckline, also 32 months. 2 picks for Brian Branch this week. The universe is putting it out there. Desktop. Here we go. There's a look at the hoodie. If you're interested in donating $500, getting a nice little hoodie. There are also other things you can earn. Pride of Detroit Direct subscription for a $100 donation if you've never been a subscriber. This is an easy way to get it while also feeling good about supporting a good cause. For $250, I'll do a cameo for you. Like, not an official one because I'm not on Cameo, but I'll do like a little up to, 2 or 3 minute video for you where I'll say, generally speaking, whatever you want. And on top of that, a couple stickers. That's right. I still have stickers. Like I said, the $500 donation gets you a hoodie, a $750 donation. You can write an article over on Pride of Detroit, and a $1,000 donation. You can be a guest on the POD cast. Other things, too, like little smaller donations can get you little stuff that affect the stream. A $25 donation, and I'll write something on my face of your choosing, assuming, again, it has to be okay. I don't want to put anything graphic on my head. I don't want to put anything offensive on my face. Those sort of things. You can change my background during a POD cast. You can mute someone on the podcast for $50. This one we haven't done yet. Someone will do a celebrity impression for at least 30 seconds. I am notably terrible at celebrity impressions, so that would be an interesting one to do. And then a $400 donation will bring back the eggs to smash on someone's head. On top of that, we're not done about all the things you can do during the month of November. We have group donation goals. So if we hit $5,000, we're going to activate what's called the PODcast Host Punishment by the Lions. I'm not going to go over every single one, but what that means for me personally is during the month of November, for every Jack Fox that is pinned inside the 20-yard line, plus every Jake Bates field goal made from 50 yards, I will have to do at least a set of 10 up downs. So we are already at 2 of these. Jack Fox pinned 2 inside the 20-yard line last week. No Jake Bates field goals for 50 yards, but so I'm already due 20 up downs at the end of the month. Next, we're going to try to do the leap into the Ford Field stands, very much like Jared Goff tried to. I've already gotten the okay from the Lions that we're going to be able to do this at some point. 15,000, I will do a round of disc golf in the Macho Man costume. And I don't know if you've seen me in the Macho Man costume. I was last week, but this is part of it. Leopard print stuff. It's fun. $20,000 Jared Goff will do a Jared Goff chant in public spaces. He hates the Jared Goff chant, so this is especially embarrassing for him. We're going to do a 30-inch pizza eating challenge with a team of 3 people from the Pride of Detroit crew. It has to be at least 3. It has to be no more than 3. 30,000 we'll do video games with Graham. He's up for it. He's a good sport. Ryan will do the Dan Campbell caffeine challenge, so something like 150 milligrams of caffeine in a day. At 40,000, we'd run the 5K if we get there. 50,000, if we reach where we reached last year, we will go to some public karaoke night in Metro Detroit and sing Toto's Africa, and it would be awesome if we had a bunch of people come watch and sing with us. $60,000, I'll do my best Dan Campbell on Halloween impression and dress up as Marilyn Monroe, and at 75K, if we reach that top goal in the top left there, I will shave my head, which I have never done. Are these for single donations or cumulative? So these are single donation ones, these guys, but these ones, they can be accumulative. So if you if you donate $750 throughout the month, but it's $100 here, $100 there, you will still get this. Just make sure when you're donating, you're under the same name. You're either under the same name or the same email, so I know that it's the same person donating. Deal. How do I know how much I've donated? You should get an email every time you donate that has a receipt, because if you want to tax write-offs for charity donations, all that jazz, you should be getting receipts. All right. Speaking of which, we got a couple donations. Missy, $100 donation. Thank you, Missy. Appreciate that. You get a Pride of Detroit subscription, and if you're still around and in the chat, you can change my background when I'm on the full screen, or you can do any of these ones too. An $11 donation from Austin Mammoth says, in honor of the baddest boy on the team. Yeah, let's talk Khalif Raymond in a second here. A $10 donation from Ash as well says, finally got my paycheck from work. Now working for the railways over here in the UK, so can donate. My mom recently had a big scare for the big C, and my aunt had breast cancer a few years ago, so know how much the ugly star can affect lives. Appreciate that, Ash. I hope everything's okay with your mom, and hope your aunt's battling out there as well. Appreciate everyone for the donations. We are up to more than what it says on the top because it's not auto-renewing, auto-updating, and I've had some trouble getting it to auto-update, but I have my own. Whatever. I have my own page where it has that. Oh, we're going to look at this in a second too. We are at $3,136. If we get to $4,000 today, we'll do a spin on the wheel. Maybe even do an extra giveaway, because we are going to do a giveaway today. One of the benefits, one of the pluses in addition to all the things you just looked at, we're going to do some giveaways throughout the entire month. And those are for everybody, whether you donate or not. All you have to do is be here with our live audience. And so what we're going to give away at halftime today is a Detroit Lions scarf. Still packaged, so you don't, I haven't worn it, anything like that. We'll give this away at halftime, and maybe a little bit more if we reach 4,000. Maybe we'll give something away at the end of the month, or at the end of the game, I should say. We also had MNUFC with the 55 months subscribed on Twitch. It says, how much do we need to raise for you to keep the mustache all year? You know what? We'll find out when we get towards the end of the month. I don't know yet. Testy Pelican, thank you for the 12 months, a full year subscribe to us on Twitch. Appreciate that. It says, yay, lion stuff. Indeed. I see that you're DMing me, Lion's Blood. I'll get to that stuff in a little bit. Let's talk Madden for a second here before we fire up the game. You guys keep coming in here. We like to see how things have adjusted throughout the week. There's some weird ones. I already looked ahead. For some reason, DJ Reed got bumped up a single point, despite the fact that, as I'm sure you're aware, DJ Reed did not play last week, and he remains on injured reserve. But for some reason, got a bump up in awareness and overall. Panay also got a bump up in awareness. He remains just a 97, though. I thought when I looked the other day, he was like a 9. I know Hutchinson's a 93, and I'm like, that's weird. Jack Fox. This is a funny one. Jack Fox gets bumped up to a 79. His speed gets bumped up to an 87, which is wild. Like he was an 80. He was a 79 before. He gets bumped up 8 spots, and I presume that's because he chased down the blocked field goal. So shout out Jack Fox. I kind of want to talk to him in the locker room now and just be like, hey, you know what happened on Madden? You know what? I think I'm going to try to do that if I can remember next time I'm in the locker room. It's going to be like a Wednesday, but I think that's funny. Tyrion gets bumped up a point, which seems fair, given his good coverage last week. Tyleek down 1, which is a little weird since he didn't play a ton. Al-Qadim Muhammad up 1. And I think that might... Nope, Christian Mahogany... Another weird one where Christian Mahogany gets bumped up 2 spots despite the fact that he got injured. And I think that's it. Yeah. Captain James Kirk, 10-bit, says, how much do we have to donate to get one you did wear? What? What do you mean, Captain James Kirk? I'm confused. What do you want me to wear? And hey, thank you for the 7 months. I'm putting the house on the lines today. Oh, how much to get a scarf that I did wear? What, you want to smell me? Is that what you're saying? You weirdos. LJ, thank you for the 66 months. Says, let's get back in the W column. Indeed. I am wagering on the Lions game as well, but if you only know that if you're Pride of Detroit Direct subscriber, if the Lions lose this game this week, I will donate $100 plus 10 points for every point they lose by. That's how confident I am. I think they're going to win this game, and I think it might be handily. Thank you, Casey. I got my hair cut this week, so the Jufro is not quite as poofy as it usually is. But let me go full cam here while I pull up the game. I still think I don't like the mustache when I can see the lip behind it. You know, once we get 3 weeks into Movember, and it's like a 70s newscaster mustache. That's when I'm like, oh, you know what? It actually looks kind of good. Right now we're in the part of the mustache where it's a little bit painful too. It's scratchy. It feels like the skin underneath it is dry. I'm not in a good spot with the mustache, but I do like it when it gets a little fuller. I lost my house gambling channel points on the Jelly Bellies. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think of the Lorax look there in chat, though. Did not love the Lorax look for the 15 minutes that I had it when I dyed it blue, but had to dye. I mean, you have to bleach it before you can dye it. It was not great. Who here was live when I was bleaching my mustache? Any of you? Isn't betting on a game a conflict of interest? I don't officially work for the team, so not really. Wow, a lot of you were. Dang. I thought for sure you were going to die. Yeah, those of you who were there found out like the point of realization where I'm like, oh, in order for me to put bleach on my mustache and for it to stay there, it's going to drip down from my mustache, and I don't know where to put that. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, the answer was in my mouth. It was terrible. So yeah, I consumed a little bit of bleach that night. It was not great. All right, let's get to these shenanigans. I gotta pull up the injury report as well. A long list of injuries here for everybody. But I feel like it's pretty clear who is and isn't going to play. So let's get through that. Is this even plugged in? I don't know if this is plugged in. Oh, it is. All right. Let's go to rosters. Start editing them. All right. Quarterback, nothing changed. Running back, a little bit of change here. Actually, it's already changed like we need it to be changed. Because Jacob Sailors has been declared out with a back injury that it seems like he suffered during practice this week. Craig Reynolds is technically questionable. He's been limited all week with a hamstring injury. It's possible he doesn't go this week. The Lions don't have, if I'm not mistaken, don't have another running back anywhere on their roster, right? They don't. There's not like a practice squad running back that I'm unaware of, right? So, I mean, if the team has to run with 3 running backs, I think they would. I don't think it's that, obviously you lose a little bit on your return squad, but yeah, they don't have a running back on the practice squad. So, it's possible if Reynolds is out, then they only keep 3, and then we'll have to figure out who the other kick returner would be. Like, maybe that's where you'd put Lovett. Maybe you guys would hate it, but maybe they go back to what's his name? Oh boy, if you can't tell, I'm a little bit out of it right now. The linebacker, thank you, Grant Stewart. We'll see. By the way, you gotta get back on. Yeah, Tim's just kind of been going through the Lions beat. I assume he's gonna ask me soon since they've gone through most of the guys in that room. So if I heard right, people like Tim Twentyman and Danny Rogers can't bet, but you can. That is correct. I believe that is 100% correct. In fact, I believe they can't even like enter a sports book at a casino. Like if they're seen at a sports book, I think that is a violation of NFL rules. Exclamation point, donate. I don't know why I said it like that. Exclamation point, donate, Casey. It will also just automatically populate every 15 minutes in the chat, Casey. Speaking of which, a $25 donation from Soulful Break says, write Herbie again for my dad. Also, that's $100. I will also match the score again for tomorrow. Love that. We'll absolutely do that. I'm going to have to zoom in. And we're not flipped. Oops, that's too zoomed in. All right, I'm going to have to flip this again because I can't. My brain just doesn't work unless the image is flipped. There we go. Is it going to be this way when I go here, though? Or is it going to be backwards? Oh, no, it's going to be... Okay, we're good. Not the zoom in. All right, let me pull you in front of me so I can be looking at myself. There you go. Shout out Herbie. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Soulful. Thank you for the $25, now up to $100 total to the Rogal Cancer Center. Appreciate you. All right, back to the game. All right, running back, all set. Let's pull this back up. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. The Lions have 6 questionable guys, but I think we can feel pretty comfortable about most of them playing, although we'll have some decisions to make as well. The Lions want to get Isaac Tesla more involved. Does that mean we keep him as wide receiver 3? I'd still be willing to bet that Raymond is going to get more snaps, if I'm going to be honest. But, we'll keep it like this for funsies. Tight end is good. We got to get to the offensive line. That's where things are happening. So Taylor Decker, technically questionable for this game. Only listed with the shoulder injury, so it seems like the knee is not bothering him that much. In fact, he kind of said it wasn't a big deal. Dan Skipper is also questionable with a back injury of his own. He did not practice, then limited, which is different from what Decker was. Did not play, limited, did not practice. But he was also listed as rest on that final day, which to me is a sign of just like, we're just managing it. He'll be in. So I think we're good there. Obviously left guard is a big question mark. Holy cow, Madden does not like Coyote Aoshika. 57 overall. But that does feel like what the Lions are going to go with. Tristan Colon is certainly another option, and I'm kind of surprised to see that he's so much more highly ranked than Aoshika. But we'll leave it at that for now because I think that's what the Lions are going to do. I don't think they're going to move Graham. Tate's obviously safe there. And then Panay is off the injury report, so he's good to go. Lugan asks, I would have liked to hear a question to Dan yesterday about the conflicting messages between the John Morton and the offensive line. And, we were thinking about it too. We had discussed, as in the Detroit media had discussed that a little bit before the press conference, and we couldn't really figure out a good way to ask that question without sounding insulting. I get what you guys are saying, and in a way I agree that maybe we should have. I don't know. I don't feel like there would have been any sort of resolution that would have made people happy. Obviously, Dan is the type of person that would take ownership of issues and things like that. I know the Lions believe that the messaging wasn't as inconsistent as I do and some fans do. But yeah, it's been a weird week. Let's get into that once we get the game going a little bit. I want to move this thing along a little bit, and we'll talk about Khalif too, because I think that's it's an interesting storyline as well. All right, edge, we're good. No Josh Paschal yet, but he's getting there. No Pat O'Connor this week, so I guess I should probably take him out. Who should we put there? I don't think... I can put Barnes there. It's kind of cheating. It's not really what he does. What's really going to happen is they're going to do a lot of Muhammad. They'll probably do some... They'll do Lacey. Lacey is the guy that really should be... Where is Lacey? I know they list him as a defensive tackle, but he's above Wheat, to be quite honest. And he does play quite a bit of edge. So I'm going to put Lacey in both sides. Because Lacey plays more than Pat O'Connor anyways. Now, he wouldn't really back up Aiden. That's not really his position, but I don't think Madden cares. Is it surprising that Frazier thinks he can be ready so soon? He thinks that, but I don't think he's right. That was fresh off his first ever practice. He hasn't really gone up against professional level talent yet. So I think the Lions are going to take it super slow with him. Which is why I'm I feel like by the time they might be comfortable with playing him, potentially even starting him, maybe you already have Christian Mahogany back by then. So Grant Stewart is an interesting one. He's questionable with a foot injury. He's been limited all week. Limited all week is tough because there's no progression, but you were out there every day, so I'm just gonna assume he's gonna play. Terrion's good. I don't know about Wingo. So no Kirby this week, so we got to put Thomas Harper in. And the question is, which I am going to give it an answer of yes, is does Daniel Thomas get activated this week? I think the answer is yes. Dealing with that forearm. This is, his second week of full practice? I think there's a good chance he gets activated today. Malcolm is the other one. We forgot to talk about it, or I just forgot to talk about it. He is listed as questionable. He's been limited all week. I feel like limited all week probably means he's not going to give it a go, because I think that's what Daniel Thomas was last week. And then Daniel Thomas was questionable, and then he didn't play. Let me go back and see if that's right. I am on the Commanders website, so that's not going to help. I would like to sign, from a fan and media perspective, I'd love for them to sign Quandre Diggs. I don't really see a point in it. I don't think he's playing at the kind of level that you really need on your team, but I love the man, and I'd love to have him in the locker room again. All right, so Daniel Thomas, full practice all week, probably going to get activated. Last week, Daniel Thomas was limited out. So that's probably what's going to happen. Although he was listed as out, not questionable. This week, Malcolm is questionable. So that's something to consider. We'll know by the end of the day today, because they have to be activated to the 53 today. Plus, because they're traveling, if a player is not going to play, they'll be downgraded to out, especially if they don't. If a player does not travel with the team, which is usually the case of someone that's still on IR that isn't going to play, then they get downgraded to out. So I think there's a good chance we see Daniel Thomas activated. The question is whether Malcolm gets activated. If he doesn't, there is that Jordan Schultz tweet from a couple weeks ago that said he's targeting the Eagles game. So obviously that can change, but we'll see with Malcolm. The fact that they listed him as questionable instead of out gives me at least a little bit of hope that it might happen, but I think we should leave it that he won't. Anyone else that we missed? I think that's everybody. Some people are asking me to guess what they're going to do with Daniel Thomas, how they get the open roster spot. And I don't love to speculate on that sort of stuff. But I think the best, if you're looking for an answer to those, the best way to do it is to look at every week's inactive list and find the guys who aren't injured, because those are guys that are clearly on the very edge of the roster. So most likely one of those guys. Yes, we adjust the Commanders as well. Let me get to that now, because they've got quite a bit going on. Obviously, we got to start at quarterback. They got some good news this week, it sounds like. He's not even on here. That's interesting. Jaden Daniels didn't go on IR, but they already put him down here. And it sounds like he's not going to go on IR. So, but Marcus Mariota in this game, I'm gonna have a hot take here and say I don't think the offense operates any differently nor any less efficient when Marcus Mariota is in the game. I'm not going as far to say Marcus Mariota is as good as Jaden Daniels, but if you look at the efficiency of that offense, it has not really changed all that much between the two quarterbacks. It's a good question, Soulful Break. Those contract details, coaching contract deals, are never really out in the public, so I don't know the answer to that, but I would guess in general they're multi-year deals. Oh, my dear Lord. Don't want to ever look at that alert from Adam Schefter again. Sorry. Distracted. Terry McLaurin out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. Why does it say unspecified? That can't be right. He has to have been declared out, right? That's weird. Terry McLaurin's been... It says on both the website, both the lines, and... That is not how... I Google search Terry McLaurin. That's how out of it I am right now, chat. Out? Okay, he's been ruled out. I don't know why everything is wrong. You know what? Mike Sainristillo, welcome to the offense. Wait, what happened? What? Oh, I just changed to the wrong person. Who did I just take out instead? Oh, I took Debo out. All right, Debo, go back to the top, buddy. There we go. That's right. I don't know. I didn't sleep well. I don't know. It's been a long week. No worries. Don't you worry about me. I'm fine. Just out of a funk. In a little bit of a funk. All right. God, why is everything so funky? All right. Beyond them, Eddie Goldman was dealing with concussion protocol, but he went limited full. He's listed as questionable, but if you get 2 full practices in, you're probably good. Quan Martin, hamstring injury, did not practice to limited to full. He's also listed as questionable. He's a starter, so someone worth keeping an eye on, but that progression tells me he's probably going to play. Same thing for Tyler Owens, who I believe is a reserve. He did not limited full, so he's probably good to go. So that's, I believe, all we really need to do. Yeah, that's it. It's the mustache pulling everything away from my brain. Let me just make sure everything else looks like it makes sense, and let me make sure that McLaurin doesn't sneak in somewhere else, like a returner. I don't think or a gadget. No. All right. I think we're good. Tunsil is probably going to play. Tunsil, yeah, doesn't even have an injury designation. He's good. Week 10 update. I don't think so. He did not practice full. And it says unspecified, although it was wrong with someone else. So let me just double check. So Line's going to make any moves at the deadline? Good question. Yeah, no, Tunsil's good. All right, here we go. Let's get this thing started. What am I doing? Sports Turf Pro, thank you for the 31 months, says next man up. Quirky Zerky 100-bit says, if people want a reminder that sports are fleeting, both the Jays and Dodgerism relievers had 51 in their caps as one of the Dodgers relievers lost their newborn. Oh, geez. 51 on their caps. Okay, yeah, in the end, it's game, so treat it that way. That is some important perspective, Quirky. I did see that story, and it was tough to read. All right. Let's go to the Commanders. This is the home team. They're a 79. The Lions are 90. That's a pretty significant difference. I imagine we should just go with the uniforms that they're actually going to weigh, which congratulations to all the people that have been chiming for this. I don't quite understand why everyone wanted gray pants so much. But you're getting it. I think this is a particularly terrible combo, if I'm going to be quite honest. I don't know why was everyone clamoring for silver pants so much? Can someone explain it to me? Just because they haven't worn it in a while? Is that why? But this is terrible. Like, this is the look right here. This is the look. This is the away look every single week. It should be. Yeah, the silver pants for the home game makes a little bit more sense. But this, like, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, Cake Man. We buy the new one every year. Madden used to give it to us for free, and we actually used to have codes to give out ourselves. But Madden's not what they used to be, or maybe they just found out that we were making fun of them every week, and like, we're not giving it to you anymore. I don't know. I'm overruling chat and saying we have to wear what they're wearing. We're wearing gray pants today. Michael, I don't really listen to sports talk radio at all, other than when Dan Campbell's on the radio. So sometimes I'll catch the first 15 minutes before Dan Campbell is on and things like that, but it's not for me. I don't want to insult anybody who enjoys it. I don't want to insult anybody who works on it, because, they have an audience that enjoys their work, and I'm trying to very much live by don't yuck someone's yum. So if you guys like sports talk radio, that's great. If you don't, that's great too. I just think I think they're better fits for what I like to listen to, and I'll be very I'll be very judicious in how I'm wording all of that. Anonymous, a $50 donation to the Rogel Cancer Center. Thank you, Anonymous. Appreciate you. If you want to be non-anonymous and let me know if you want to cash that in for any of the on-stream awards, you're more than welcome to. And if you want to do that privately, you can always reach out to me via Twitter or email. JCast, thank you for the 4 months subscribed on Twitch. Says anything but the all-white pajamas. I kind of like the Lions are going to do that icy look for the Thursday night game against the Cowboys. Listen, I will write that on my face if you want, Lost Oceans. I don't have to write the truth on my face. If the Lions make the Super Bowl, they will have to wear the silver pants because it's the official uniform. But they have several official uniforms. What do you mean? All right. All it takes is a $25 donation, and I'll write lies on my face if you want me to, as long as they're not inappropriate. All right, let's figure out what we want the Commanders to wear. I gotta admit, I do like the red or burgundy and yellow combo in general. I think it's a good combo of colors. I do not like the all blacks in general. Because everyone has it. It's not bad amongst the teams that have the all black uniforms, but I mean, the all reds look pretty good. That looks pretty good to me. Dang. Nope. This ain't it. This ain't it. Don't do this. You're welcome, Austin. I'm aware of all the hosts on 97.1, and I have opinions on each of them. I've listened enough to have opinions on each of them. I'm not going to share them because I don't think anything's gained from that. But yeah, I certainly have my opinions on them. JCast. Oh wait, I already said JCast. Thank you, JCast. Either way, what do we want here, chat? Current home is what they're going with. Current home. This guy. Do we want to just go with this guy? I'm cool with that. Yeah, we did have a really good guest on First Bite. His name escapes me because everyone's name always escapes me. But from the Washington Post, so legit dude. All right, current home. It has been decided. 8-minute quarters, 4:30 game. Now, we could mess with the weather a little bit if we wanted. I haven't checked it lately, but it sounded like there was some chance. Commanders football weather. Let's just see. Let's just see what it looks like. Tomorrow, a few passing showers in the evening. How do I cash in a PODD sub? You can either nudge me, or you'll get sent a coupon code essentially. Sunday 60. Wow, it's gonna be 67 tomorrow. Why is it so warm there? Not a ton of rain, but 2 hours of rain. A little bit of thunderstorm chance. Kind of windy. I don't like that. Wait, wind gusts, but normally just 6. Could affect some things. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a huge deal. And a couple of evening showers. I wish it would tell me when. Anyways, I don't think we're going to. No. Not sharing anything about that. All right, let me do one more thing just to see if I can try to update the numbers on the top. I can't. What if I turn it off and on? That. Trying to refresh the cache and it's not working. It's frustrating. All right, we're keeping it. All right, let's do some channel point redemptions or channel point gambling, huh? If you didn't see, I believe the Lions are a 90 in Madden. The Commanders are a 79, which means I'm gonna put some pressure on you guys. I'm going to set who wins the Madden sim. Lions minus 6.5. Commanders plus 6.5. So I'm going to start the clock now. If you're on Twitch, you can gamble any or as many of your channel points on each team. If you don't know what the minus and plus means, if you're picking Lions in this Madden sim, Lions minus 6.5, it means you think the Lions are going to win this Madden sim by 7 points or more. Any other outcome, you lose. If you're picking the Commanders plus 6.5, you think either the Lions are going to win this Madden sim by 6 points or less, or it's a tie, or the Commanders are going to win the Madden sim. I got to make this hard on you guys. That's the entire point of this. Why does it say my bitrate is bad? I don't think it is. Maybe it is. We didn't drop any frames or anything, right? We're still good? For sim, I'm taking the Commanders. Madden loves having the severe underdogs win. The Lions did win the Madden sim last week. Yet it, as multiple people tweeted me in the moment when Penei Sewell went down, and Penei Sewell went down in the Madden sim, very much blamed me for that, which I think is unfair. I have no controls. It's unfortunate that that's the part of the game that they got right. Like, couldn't you have used your Madden forces to make the Lions win in that game rather than use it to injure Penei Sewell? All right, let's look at how the gambles are going so far. Das Gibb, 151,000 channel points on the Lions, which is almost represents like a quarter of the channel points currently on the Lions. 25K from Madi Tuhadi on the Commanders plus 6.5. Jeremy, don't forget. Okay, yes. Yeah, while I wait for your channel points to come in, let's first talk about Khalif. If you didn't see, there was a play in which the Lions ran a screen pass. Khalif was running in motion at the snap. The snap is made. He runs into Andrew Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel goes flying to the ground. Khalif goes and runs his crossing route. The Lions run the screen pass. It's right where Van Ginkel's down on the ground, and he actually ends up making the tackle. Van Ginkel goes to the media afterwards, specifically to ESPN Kevin Seifert, and says, hey, that was dirty as hell. One of his linebacker teammates was like, it's bullshit, doesn't belong in the game, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, huh, interesting. I didn't think of all people, Khalif Raymond would be called dirty at any point in his career. So I go up to Khalif on Thursday and be like, hey, man, I know you're not dirty. Can I get your point of view of this play? And his answer to me on Thursday was, no, I'm too hot about it right now. And I'm like, oh, damn, Khalif is mad? All right. But he said, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I promise. And he did. He was a man of his word. And I'm on I was kind of giving him some shit a little bit. But Khalif talks to me yesterday, Friday, says, yeah, man, I wasn't even trying to hit him. Like, I'm running a crossing route there. If you watch the replay, I'm trying to get around him. And I think the more important part of the story is in between plays, he heard Van Ginkel like pissed off about it. And at first he's like, why is this guy mad? And then like it dawned on him why he was mad. And so he sought Van Ginkel out after the game on the field and just and said everything that he just said to me, which was like, hey man, that was unintentional. I was not trying to run into you. Like, I know you're mad, but like that, I promise you that's not what I was trying to do. And then like 2 days later, Van Ginkel spills the beans and says he's mad and all this sort of stuff. And so Leaf was clearly a little bit frustrated that he's dragging his name through the mud after he thought they had settled things on the field, which between players, like that's where things should be settled. So in my opinion, how that interaction should go is you settle it on the field. Reporter goes up and says, hey, you got laid out by this guy. What are your thoughts? And he's like, hey, I actually talked to him after the game. We settled it. I'm going to leave it at that. That would be like a normal human thing to do. But either he didn't buy Khalif's excuse or felt like he wanted to create some extra drama. Either way, don't love Van Ginkel operating in that fashion, in my opinion. All right, channel points are closed. Das Gib, 150K on the lines. 74% of you, of the channel points, I should say, are on the lines. Only 26%, including Duckline with 42K on the Commanders, plus 6.5. Let's get this thing going. I did write it up, Duckline. It's right there on the front page. It's the 4th story up there, and it was our highest viewed story yesterday. And I tweeted it out a couple times. It's out there. All good. As for, let's talk about the John Morton stuff as well. So, I believe you. So, it's been a weird week. Trying to diagnose what went wrong between the Lions and Vikings in terms of the Lions offense. And after the game, Dan was like, we didn't adjust quickly enough. There were times when we just got beat, but in general, like, we just didn't adjust enough. We didn't play the blitzes like we should. There weren't any exotic looks. We just didn't play it well. The next day says something similar, like, we need to play it better. We need to adjust better. It's on us. That's on me. Blah, 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 blah. Morton comes out, and if you're expecting Morton to take any sort of accountability, there is not a single word of it in his 10 minutes that he's in front of the podium. And that alone is just different. I don't care. I don't need you to go up there and whip yourself on the back and say it's all my fault. It's all my fault. It's a stark difference to what we're normally seeing with the Lions coaches. So that's not the part that's weird to me. The part that's weird to me is where he goes, we need to protect better. We need to protect better. It wasn't a communication thing. It wasn't like we like our scheme. We just need to protect better. And it's hard for me to interpret that as anything other than our offensive line needs to play better. And then we talk to the offensive line, and Graham's like, yeah, I just think we're now out here getting our asses kicked. I feel like we just could have schemed it better. And Taylor Decker is saying it'd be different if we're all getting our asses kicked out here, but that's not what's happening. And so that's where the disconnect is happening, and it's just weird. I don't know if there's a communication error between what John Morton was trying to say, but the way I interpreted it, the way I heard it, was very much in contrast to what Dan was saying and to what the players were saying. And I bet the communication is better inside that building. I bet John Morton and the players are on the same page. They'd have to be, right? They're talking all the time. Don't let him scramble up. Oh, what is that? A little jump pass? Nice pass break up there. Uh-oh, but there is a flag. Do not call that pass interference on Brian Branch. Offensive. It's a jump ball! What are we doing here? I don't know. You guys can watch. I would encourage you to watch John Morton and Taylor Decker's media sessions and provide your own point of view, your own opinions of what happened. What do we never have this many penalties. What's happening right now? Mariota fires up the middle, finds his receiver. That's Debo for a big gain down to the Lions' 30-yard line. Terrion just a step behind there. I'm not ready to give up on John Morton. It's just been a weird week. I do think the offense can turn things around in a hurry, and I do think we shouldn't discount the Lions' ability to adjust and get better. And I saw a couple of people say, I watched Dan on Friday, and it made me feel better about the whole situation. And Dan has the ability to do that, man. And if he has the ability to change Lions fans' minds, who have been, let's be honest, we've been a little crazy this week. Is that fair to say? That we've been a little crazy this week with maybe overreacting to one game, maybe overreacting to the trade deadline, maybe overreacting to press conferences. Been a little crazy. And Dan just knows the right words to say, man. And his whole metaphor about like, hey, you know, this offense is like it's like an ember. It's like a smoke. It's a campfire where you can see the embers, you can see the glow. Our job as coaches is just provide that extra spark of oxygen. And I thought that was a really interesting analogy. Him even just saying, you know, sometimes all you need is a little tweak and everything falls into line. Gives me a little hope. I don't know if he's right. I certainly think the offensive performance is more concerning than it's been in years. But we'll see. A little off to crazy. Okay, that's fair. Gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points. Get him, Jack. Jack frickin' Campbell, y'all. Rock him to sleep. Jack's balling out. Can we all just admit that Jack Campbell is absolutely balling out in year 3? Just so good. And it's very exciting. Because that, honestly, that year is as much of a stink as I make about drafting running backs early, that was the pick I was honestly the most concerned about in that draft, in the top 4. Like, I'm like, Jahmyr Gibbs is a good player. Like, he's going to be good. I just don't like the value there. Brian Branch, steal. Sam Laporta, I think that's about where he deserved to go. I was concerned more about the Jack Campbell pick because that is both a very hard position to find a really good player at, and you can make a positional value argument. And so the fact that he's balling out now is very exciting to me. Speaking of balling out, linebackers, Alex Anzalone with the tackle for loss, and the Lions get the stop they need in the red zone. Big play there by Alex Anzalone. In fact, that entire linebacking crew pretty much fully responsible for the Lions getting off the field here. Washington going to have to settle for 3 after a long drive. Burns almost 5 minutes off the clock. And now officially 5 minutes off the clock. Oh! Oh, is that Whiteside? I thought he got that. I'm kind of surprised he didn't get called for running into the kicker. Before his draft, I labeled it. Yeah, I mean, you could tell why the Lions loved him, right? Very much fits everything the Lions are, both in terms of the player he is and the person he is. I mean, you could say the same thing for, what can't I think of his name? I almost said Ernie Sims. Jesus, who's the other first-round linebacker? Number 50? Oh, my God. Jared Davis. You could say the same thing about Jared Davis, right? Like, Jared Davis is very much a Dan Campbell guy. That's why they brought him back for a while. But, you know, you need to be more than a crazy football character guy. Did I say 50? I mean 40. Was Ernie Sims 50? I'm not even in the right screen. I'm not. Sorry, video game. I'm switching to the other side. There we go. All right, Lions take over 2 tight ends to Goff's left send. Saint in motion, little play action, and now he'll throw it to Sam Laporta. Picks up 8 right there in front of the Vikings, the Commanders' sideline. Gets out of bounds. I have Jared Davis's jersey, and I believe I had Ernie Sims' jersey. I don't think I have it anymore. Sometimes it concerns me how much you guys know about me. Jahmyr Gibbs, wide open space down the sideline, and oh man, if J-Mo had held that block just a little bit longer, he might still be running. But gets all the way down to the 47-yard line, moves the sticks for the Lions in this offense, moving early. Are all these Madden Sims prep for when you join Dan Miller in the booth? No, but I talked to Dan today, and his cameraman, Jeff, who's like the nicest, awesomest guy in the world, he occasionally watches this, and he was talking about he was talking about it with me. He's just like, yeah, no, I don't know what it is, but I like watching your Madden Sims. And he was telling me this with Dan right next to him, and Dan got curious, and so on Friday I told him about these Madden sims for the first time, and talked to him about it, and even mentioned, like, you know, when I was a kid, I kind of wanted to be a radio announcer, and this scratches that itch a little bit, and so he seemed kind of intrigued by it a little bit. So I don't know, kind of a funny moment with Dan this week. My thoughts on Pluribus. Well acted, well shot, which is not surprising given it's Vince Gilligan, the creator of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I don't know what I think about the plot yet. Now, I'm obviously not going to say anything about the plot because they've been, like, if you've been watching the commercials for it, they don't give away the plot at all. They're very secretive of it, and so I don't want to say anything about it, but it's interesting. I don't love it, but it's interesting enough for me to. And I think they dropped 2 episodes. I only watched the first. I'll probably watch the full season. I'm a completist. I want to give like the full story a chance. I'm not one of these people that like reads a book and then they're like, I'm not feeling the book halfway through. I'm just not going to read the rest of it. I feel like it's more like, no, I want to actually hear what maybe the ending makes the first part worth it. Tell Dan about Don Crimble? No. Oh, Jack Fox, so close. So close. You didn't have that. Was it the Raiders punter or the Broncos punter on Thursday night that was just like dropping him inside the one every week, every punt? Right. And that's exactly what I was thinking, Tom. Like, how are we going to make an entire season out of this show, let alone multiple seasons? The Raiders punter? The Raiders punter? I keep looking for alerts. Chat, what's going on? We need some more alerts here. Give me more alerts. Donate some money. Exclamation point donate. Not to me. To Rogo Cancer Center. That Debo again? That's not Debo. Debo's one. Not the Broncos. He had didn't the Raiders though just fire their special teams coordinator, or did I make that up? I feel like I saw that. Jeremy, can you speak on Terrion Arnold's turnaround this year? I mean, I don't want to put the cart before the horse here. He's put together 2 good games, and they've been... Oh, yes! Aleem McNeil, if you're watching, Dan. Gonna get hit! Gonna go down! 54, welcome back. Pressure there from Brian Branch on the outside. Forced Marcus Mariota to step up in the pocket, and Aleem McNeil was waiting for him. Did I not make that up? Did I make that up? Someone's fired their special teams coordinator. Special teams coordinator. Now you're making me Google. Fired. Raiders. No, I was right. Okay. Jeez. So despite their punter balling out, special teams coordinator gets fired. Their kick got blocked, right? They had a punt blocked. Well, that sack went for naught. Mariota scrambles up the middle for a first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit.
Washington using a little tempo, which they like to do. Oh boy, big hole there for what is his name? McCoskey. I need like the big. If I were to take this seriously, which obviously I don't because I write things on my forehead, I'd like have the big board with like everybody's name on it from both teams with the numbers. Maybe get someone to be a spotter for me. Bill. He goes by Bill. McCoskey Merritt. What did I say? I think I said Crockett. Got him! All right. Come on, Lions defense. Here comes DJ Reader. Ball's out! And it's picked up by the Commanders. DJ Reader for the second sack from this Lions defense on this drive alone. Couldn't pick up the ball, but sets up a 2nd and 12 for the Commanders.
You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be
McCoskey Crockett. I volunteered to be a spotter. I'll do for the line streams. Look at the interior pressure. DJ Reader, a second play in a row. He gets to the quarterback. Take a bow, DJ Reader. My goodness. Well, I do think the defense is better than last year. These spread offenses with mobile quarterbacks making me nervous. The Lions have been pretty good about that so far. Like, which running quarterback has run on them this year so far? Really nobody. Third and 18 here for Mariota. Steps in the pocket, throws, and wide open receiver. Absolutely nobody on. And is that the running back coming out of the backfield? It is. My goodness. Some sort of broken coverage there. And the Lions allow Washington to convert a 3rd and 18. Oh, boy. He is from the D.C. area. It is a little bit of homecoming from him. Yep. I do like the jobs will meet. Teams will meet out in the middle of the field. Liam tracking down Marcus Mariota is pretty impressive. But I don't know where the Lions linebackers are. They weren't in coverage on that last play. They weren't anywhere over the middle of the field on that play. And the Commanders are down into the red zone for the 2nd time this game. The interior pressure with Aleem, DJ, Tyleek, and Roy is what I've been expecting since Aleem's return. Still got to see it on the field. Yeah, it's hopefully coming. This time the Lions were ready for Mariota there. Crashed down, took him down after just a 3-yard gain there, 2nd and 7. Reminder, at halftime, we're going to do a giveaway for a Lions scarf right here. That'll be for Twitch community, so if you're on YouTube, you can just jump on over to twitch.tv/Pride of Detroit. Create a quick account for free. There's no purchase necessary. And this time, no one there to tackle Marcus Mariota until he gets all the way down to the 1-yard line. I don't think Rodriguez is going to be back this week, but he is listed as questionable, so he's got a shot. He's limited all week. I'd put it like 40%. We'll know by 4 p.m. today. 1st and goal here for the Commanders, trying to make it a 2-score lead. 2 running backs in the backfield here in shotgun. Mariota gives, and oh my goodness, Aiden Hutchinson takes him down right by the 5-yard line. Big loss for the Washington offense there, giving the Lions a little breathing room here to hold them to a field goal. Sorry about the audio issues. Not sure what's going on over there on YouTube. Mariota, a little pressure coming from the line. Doesn't get there, but now it does! A mixture of Aiden Hutchinson and Alex Anzalone get to Marcus Mariota, and they're all pointing in directions. They're going from the window to the wall. 4th sack of the drive, yet the Commanders are still alive. This will be a 3rd and goal from the 15? That's hard to say, Apex. I don't know if there's like a specific benchmark that you have to hit to be like, all right, this is unacceptable. We can't move forward like this anymore. But
now it's 3rd and goal.
Better make the playoffs. That's all I'll say. Here comes Ali McNeil. Another sack from this Lions defense. 5 on the drive alone. 4 from the interior guys. 1 from the linebacking / Aiden Hutchinson crew. And Washington just absolutely got wiped out of the red zone there. They'll have to settle for a field goal here. They won't have to kick it until the 2-minute warning. We'll see if they let all that clock run off. See what Dan Quinn is thinking. Or if he's thinking. And they won't get it off. Lions choose not to use a timeout. They'll have almost a full 2 minutes and 3 timeouts to try to take the lead here, at least cut into their deficit before the end of the half. But first we got about a 37-yard field goal, 36-yard field goal, I guess. That kick is up and good. 6-0 Washington. After what are the quarter lengths? 14 minutes this game. Time of possession heavily in favor of Washington. I believe the Lions have only ran about 6 plays or so. Picked up maybe a first down. Yeah, I don't love throwing must-win out there, but it's certainly a must-win for confidence in the fan base. Not much of a return there from Sione Vaki, so Jared Goff will take over at his own 23-yard line, 77 yards away from taking the lead in this ball game. Sometimes I think Madden is real and I'm the simulation. Whoa. Goff coming out in the shotgun here. Jameer to his right. Throws, finds J-Mo, who's he's still on his feet. Still pushing and gets all the yardage. Uh-oh, who's hurt? Holmes. Not sure who that is. J-Mo got a 9-yard gain. Lost almost the entirety of it. And then got it all back. And Washington has to burn a timeout there for an injury. So Lions catch a little bit of a break there. Don't have to burn one of their timeouts. The Lions can't beat the Commanders' practice squad. Are they really a playoff team? I mean, just because you're not playing well now doesn't mean you won't be in January. Think about it. Lions, an interesting choice to run it there. They lose 2 yards, and the clock now continues to run. Stan Campbell can only look on and wonder what has happened to this offense. Big third down here. Lions really need just a little bit of rhythm. That's what Amon-Ra said this week. We just need a little flow. Just need a little flow, and it starts on third down here. Goff checks this one down, and he finds Amon-Ra, I believe. Picks up the first down. Lions call timeout. Down at their own 38-yard line. Tell me that wasn't Amon-Ra slow to get up. Okay, still in the huddle. We're good. Goff got 4 wide receivers in the game right now. Takes a shotgun snap, looking, steps up, throws to Gibbs out of the backfield. Down to the 45-yard line, tackled in bounds. Clock will still continue to run. 7-yard pickup for Gibbs. And I'm not seeing a lot of urgency from the Lions offense right now. Could you see him go more up-tempo this week? Maybe. Sometimes that offers a little bit of jolt to the offense. Goff looking, slides to his left, finds Isaac Toslaw, gets a move down the sideline, but does not get out of bounds. Down to the Commanders' 44-yard line. Lions are going to have to use their second timeout. 46 seconds left. But the Lions finally in Commanders' territory in this game, looking to put up their first points of the game. More shotgun here from Lions offense. J-Mo to Goff's left and Toslaw over there. Runs a little bit of a wheel route. Does he get out of bounds this time? He does not. Picks up 10 down to the Commanders' 32-yard line. Lions are choosing not to use a timeout. Clock is still running. They're huddling for some reason. They got to get to the line here. Under 30 seconds to go now. Now they hurry to the line. 25 seconds. Goff takes a snap, looking, throws over the middle, finds Amon-Ra, who picks up about 9, breaks a tackle, down to about the 20-yard line. The Lions are going to have to use their final timeout there. 16 seconds to go. Now you can't take a sack. Now you can't utilize the middle of the field. You got to either throw this one on the end zone or on the sidelines. And if you guys have watched a single Madden sim, you know exactly what's about to happen. A Lions player is about to get tackled inbounds, and that's going to be the end of half. Happens every single time an offense runs out of timeouts late in the half. Please utilize the sidelines. Please, 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 please. God dang it.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Why?
Scott Hansen,
Why does it have to happen
from the
every
Orlando
time?
Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest.
In real life, yes, but it doesn't happen in this game.
Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium.
And
our commentary.
I just want to. I want to
Greg
ensure
Olson.
everybody that this isn't pre-recorded. That like here, I will proof it once it allows me to pause because we're also going to do the giveaway. I have the script. I know you were kidding. But I just want people who are watching on a replay that maybe have never seen the Madden sim and like, this guy just said it's going to happen because he knew it was going to happen. No. Come on, Sione. Oh no, this is Sailors. We cheated. All right, so be clear, like down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up. Options. What do you want me to change? The accessibility?
Entering settings, menu narration.
You want menu narration? All right, we're not gonna turn that. All right, anyways, let's do a giveaway for our Twitch audience. Here's how it's gonna work. I'll give everyone on YouTube a second to jump over to Twitch if they want to enter this contest. All you need is a Twitch account, which is free to make. Doesn't cost you a thing. You just need to put like email address, things like that, which is best so that I can contact you via email. And then when I have everything set up, all you'll need to do is go into our Twitch chat and type in a certain phrase, a certain word that I'm about to reveal or decide on. First, I need to pull everything up though. Nightbot. And so how it'll work, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world, I'll deliver this myself, send it in the mail. A lion scarf, we'll just draw a random name from Nightbot. Let me make sure I'm logged into the right account, because it doesn't really tell me if I'm logged into Twitch or YouTube. Authorize. Giveaways. Keyword. Next, everyone can participate. Keyword. Let's say, we're just going to, all one word. I don't want it to be, because we're hyping up Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell, all one word. Okay? No spaces, no caps. I don't think it's matters. Jack Campbell. All one word. And you'll see your name populate here if you've entered. You only need to pick it once, no matter how many times you type it up. Frog bark, don't be a smarty pants. I see what you're typing. And I'll give YouTubers a second to jump over here too. So we'll give it a couple minutes to get your entry in. I see that Tratton just followed us. I don't even think you need to follow technically, but if you do, that's cool too. In the meantime too, if you want to donate, this will be a good time to donate. A reminder that a $250 donation gets a special alert that's only been heard once. Not Jahmyr Gibbs, not Jake Bates, not John Morton, Lazoinks. 48 entries so far. You got a 2% chance to win this right now. All right, Soulful Break wins it. I'm kidding. Jail Wilson, thank you for the follow. Jack Campbell in the chats. All one word. Jamarco Jones. Big Ken, thank you for your first timer chatter. Cherry Jake, you're just going with J names? Is that what happened? Is that what's happening? My goodness, I can't talk today. We got an anonymous donation to the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center. Says, donating my prediction for the Lions score. Who's with me? A $38 donation. You're either predicting 3-8 or you're predicting the Lions to score 38 points. I'm guessing it's the second one. Or maybe that's the margin of victory. Maybe it's 38-0. That I'd like to see. Hey, Kula, a $25 donation. Thank you, Kula. Anonymous person and Kula, you are both eligible to write something on my face if that's your prerogative. We're up to 55, and I can write Jack Campbell. Okay, we'll do that right now, right under Herbie. Hold on, I gotta pull this again right in front of me so I can do it. We're gonna take the glasses off. No, I have to be able to see that. Joshua, a $500 donation to the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center. Joshua, you freaking legend. My goodness. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it, buddy. I will get these numbers updated too. I don't understand why it's not working. Either way, thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it, buddy. He does get a hoodie. That is true. Uh-oh, I'm running out of space. That's pretty good. I did go capital J. I don't get entered into the contest. All right, what is our number? That's not what I want. No one's. What do you mean? What acne? No one saw that. We are up to $3,874, which means we are $126 away from a spin on the Wheel of Pain. Oh, and we just got another donation. I don't know if that was before or after my update. Emgo Korg, a $100 donation. Oh, we've done the Sharpie for years. It'll be okay. I do think that I actually end up getting more acne on my forehead during Movember because I'm constantly like washing it and removing the natural oils in my forehead. So, probably not the smartest thing of mine, but I'm willing to take it. Yeah. So 3,874 includes Emgo Korg's $100 donation. Thank you for the follow, Madison maybe. Delu, thank you for the follow, and Raymond, thank you for the follow as well. Again, Jack Campbell's in the chat if you want to get entered to win this Detroit Lions scarf. We have 58 entries so far, which means like you have a better than 1% chance of winning this. I'll give you guys one more minute to get your Jack Campbells in chat. We're up to 59. And I'll even scroll down here in case you want to see if your name's here. We're up to 60. There's 120 people on Twitch, and yet only 60 of you are signed up. What are you doing? You don't want free swag? Maybe I should type in there. Maybe I'll just win it. yes, we're going to be doing an auction as well. Still getting that set up, but I do. Well, you know what? 1 second. Let me show you what I've got. Exclamation point donate if you want to donate to the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center. Boom! Full cam. It's backwards, but that is a 16. This is a Jared Goff signed football that will be auctioned off this month later. I'll have separate links for that later. And of course, I had to pick one up for you guys. We got an Amon-Ra Bobble Legs giveaway from the game last week that I grabbed one that we're going to auction off as well. And then from the lines, we got some classic bobbleheads or classic giveaways that are no longer available, including a Barry Sanders replica statue, which is awesome. And the one, the only Calvin Johnson bobblehead. I know it's backwards. So those are 4 things that we're definitely going to auction off. I think there might be more coming, which is why nothing's gone up yet. But be on the lookout. Hopefully next week we'll have the website up there for auctions. And I'll keep you guys updated on more things coming. So let me put these away so I don't lose them. Jack Campbell, one word, last call. We have 64 entries. All one word, Sports Turf Pro if you want to get entered. $26 donation from Testy Pelican. Can you call Jack Campbell Man Campbell for the rest of the stream? Yes. Yes, I can. And in fact, I'll do you one better. Because you donated $26, which means you also get to write on my forehead. We're just going to do... I gotta put it in front of myself again. It looked better in my brain, but now it's Man Campbell. We're going to have to utilize the cheeks here if you guys keep donating, which is fine. More than happy to do so, especially since, I will remind you now, we are only exactly $100 away from reaching $4,000 and doing another spin on the Wheel of Pain. I really wish this thing would update, though. What if I just delete... browser source. If I just brought it up again, would that work? Is that updated? Nope. It's so weird that it's not updated. You guys are disgusting. What if I did a new one? Create new November 25. Is that updated? That is updated. It's huge. What if I... Whatever. It's updated. That's all that matters. Oh, there we go. Great. Okay. Let's give... I've been teasing it the entire time. We are up to 66 entries, which means it's time to choose our winner. 3, 2, 1. Tom CL, you are the winner. Following us for 3 years, which you love to see. Tom, if you want to send me a message or just type in chat and then I am going to DM you on Twitch. I'll get you all your information and try to send it out maybe even today, because I do plan on going to the post office if I have enough time. Tom, are you still in the chat? I can probably just find you here. Tom, where are you? Oh, there he is. Boom. Don't want to ban him. Where do I just message you? Whisper. It just disappeared. Tom, you just subscribed for 34 months. Appreciate that, Tom. You didn't have to do that. Where do I just message? Oh my goodness. How? Why is Twitch making it so hard just... All right, I'm just going to type in Tom, that's CLO2, right? Yeah. Okay. I've sent you a message. I will get that squared away after stream. Let's get back to the game. You are not Tom Hunka-Chunka. You are Hunka-Chunka. All right, here we go. Line's about to turn this thing around. I need to get back to the other side. I'm over here. Woo. Despite the offensive struggles in the first half, Lions can take the lead on the first drive of the second half. Email? Okay. Either send me your email or just send something to prideofdetroitjeremy@gmail.com. prideofdetroitjeremy@gmail.com. Okay, interesting choice. Sam Laporta bounces off a couple guys for a 2-yard gain. Wait, what? Oh. We're in a different scene, which means the number is different. Get rid of that one. Browser. Is it this one? Yeah. Goff. Shotgun. Throws. Up the middle. Finds Sam Laporte. Finds Isaac Taslaw. Almost splits the safeties to take it to the house, but he does get all the way down to the Commanders' 38-yard line. First down, Detroit. I thought he was going to Sam Laporta, and maybe that caused some of the defense to collapse on Sam Laporta. Wide open up the seam there. I'll tell you what, chat. I will give away stickers to 10 winners if we get to $5,000 donated this stream. Look at all these stickers I got. It's a lot. If we can get to 5,000 this stream, Gibbs got, oh man. I thought he was going to take it to the house, but Amon-Ra did not hold his block there. But he gets enough for a first down. Moves the chains. Lions down at the 26. Not in danger of running out the clock, thankfully. Live formation here. Nice little cut back there from Jameer. Picks up 6. Lions starting to get the run game incorporated a little bit. Starting to move the line of scrimmage, which is something we've been waiting to see here in Detroit. A little bit of nerves about whether this offensive line can hold up to the standard here. But now you get into a second and manageable. This is what the Lions offense has been missing. Goff going to send Gibbs in motion to his left. Now he's going to send Taslaw in motion. Takes a snap, looking, finds Tislaw up the middle, turns it upfield, into the end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions. Isaac Tislaw, those feet are on fire. Put them out, Rook. My goodness, this is the Isaac Tislaw game. They really are trying to get him more involved. Jake Bates, extra point attempt to take the lead is up and good. Finally, this Detroit Lions offense looks like themselves. Nice little mix of run and pass on that drive, and Isaac Tislaw slams the door with a 20-yard touchdown pass. No, it's 7-6. It's very clearly not the opposite. It's very clearly 7-6. It's a 7 and then a 6.
It's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. 20 will mark him down.
Grant Stewart in there on the special teams tackle, per usual. No, Lions guy. It is 7-6. Stop getting it wrong. Oh, the post office closes at noon today. I'm not even going to get there. Thomas Harper gets in on the short tackle there. Washington's run game. You told me that it closes at noon? How do you know when my post office closes? Besides the fact that you have the address of my post office since it's in my P.O. box. Get there. Aleem McNeil! This defensive line is having themselves a game. Another sack from Aleem McNeil, who flexes on him and gets Aid Hutchinson all hyped up.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just
Any chance they let Rodrigo return punts or kicks? I don't think I've seen them try that.
this game could be a runaway.
So backed up.
Wait, all post offices close at noon on Saturdays? Is that true? Third and long here for Marcus Mariota, and he overshoots his target there. Brian Branch with nice coverage, and this is how this Lions team is supposed to look. Oh, it's weird because my post office definitely has like limited hours during the week too.
He has a little bit more trust in his protection. I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Lions were in like some sort of weird protective punt return, and no blocking there for Khalif, so he'll just take a fair catch, and the Lions will take it about their own 35-yard line. Jared Goff, perfect stat line there, 12 of 12, yet the Lions only have 7 points. Why is our team's unit the only one that seems like we can't run one past the 30? Well, I asked Dave Phipp about this a couple weeks ago and said, because like at the time the Lions' longest kickoff return was second lowest in the league. Ooh, nice little layout there by Sam Laporta down to the 40-yard line of the Commanders, and the Lions offense shot in the arm to start the drive. That I think you're actually right about that, Katie. But so Phipp basically more or less, and this is me paraphrasing him, so Phipp, if you're watching and I'm misrepresenting you, my apologies. He seemed more interested in ensuring that the team didn't have negative plays than the small chance of a big play. He said there was something to consistency about, like, I mean, if you watch it, it's like 30-yard line every time. Like, they're getting stopped at the 30-yard line every time. And he'd rather do that than try to create an explosive play at the risk of maybe getting stopped at the 20 or inside the 20. Hit someone, Brock, right? Hit someone! Duck Lion! A $100 donation to the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center that will push us over $4,000 raised this month. That will get us a spin on the wheel of pain at the end of the stream. Oh, boy. Oh, no! Overshoots JMO right into the waiting hands of a Commanders defender. He wasn't even expecting the ball. Jonathan Jones with the pick. And I'm not sure what happened there with Jared, but he absolutely moonballed that pass over JMO. Oh, boy. I think he said something in the effect of the chance to get points from the 30 is better than the risk of getting stuff inside the 20, where the chances of getting points on that drive diminishes drastically. Yeah, more or less. Thank you, Duck Lion, again. Appreciate y'all and everyone who has donated up to this point. A lot of donations this stream. We've gotten almost a full grand this stream alone, which is impressive considering this is one of our shorter streams. Appreciate y'all. And I said if we get up to 5,000, I'll give away 10 stickers. Oh, no. Gets the corner. Brian Branch is there to make the stop, but not after the Commanders get all the way down to the line's 38-yard line. Jared Goff trying to rally the troops. Seems like he shouldn't be yelling at people considering he's the one reason why they don't have the ball right now. Oh, I got to check the donation. Oh, I got you. I got you, Duck Line, which is very, very much appropriate. Little bounce pass. What do we call that? Little shovel pass thing. Picks up 4. After this drive, I'll do that, Duck Line. Sorry for missing that. If Washington covers, the Lions win tomorrow, confirmed. Is that how it works? Mariota in the shotgun, no one in the backfield. Takes the snap, throws quickly to the outside, finds his receiver. It's 83. Don't know who that is, but he gets out of bounds and gets the first down. Commanders now driving to the 26-yard line. Some people need to be separated on the Lions sideline there. Not sure what's going on, but that Commanders fan's doing the robot. So you hold the key to every outcome, LJ. I had no idea. My goodness, Brian Branch throwing his shoulder into the running back there. 4-yard pickup. Was that Dan Quinn on the Lions sideline? I love when they mess that up. Dan Campbell looking awfully stoic over there. Mariota getting the shotgun again. No one in the backfield. See if the Lions can get some pressure again. They're going to send some up the A-gap. It's forcing Mariota to scramble. Dumps it off to his tight end. Assuming that's Zach Ertz. I don't know what Zach Ertz's number is, but he picks up 3, setting up a 3rd and 3. One more play here, maybe in the third quarter to go. Dan Quinn looks on. Good point, Lions guy. Big play here. Mariota takes the snap, looks, finds an open receiver up the middle of the field. It's 83. Down inside the Lions' 10-yard line, Jalen Lane. It'll be 1st and goal for the Commanders on the other side of this break. Third quarter in the books. Lions 7, Commanders 6. And I'm trying to stop it so I can write all of the Duck Lion things on my face.
Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
I think I've seen a tooth injury before. And it's just like surgery, right? It's just like, all right, we're going to have to watch one play and then I'll pause it. Mariota. Lions have been good in the red zone so far. This another little bounce pass thingy. Not much there. 2-yard pickup there. All right. Duck Lion wants me to write 4 words with a $100 donation, which... What was that? That was weird. Because it's a $25 donation, I'll write something on my face. A $100 donation seems only fair that I write 4 things on my face. So we got Go Ducks. We got Panay. We got Mariota, which I think Duck Line, you need to rethink your priorities here with Mariota. Like, I understand he's a Duck. There you go. Go Ducks. Your second favorite Duck, really? What about Joey? You guys get nervous about what I was going to rate after that? And then Mariota's going to... This is hard because I'm turning away from the screen. Maybe if I move it over here, it'll be okay. I can do it here. Uh-oh. There we go. That works. Whoa, that made me... Ooh. I just got lightheaded for a reason. Is that just the Sharpie? The Sharpie fumes? All right. Back to the game. Does Michigan even play today? I feel like I haven't heard anything about a Michigan game today. Are they off this week? If you guys are new to the channel, I'm the worst Michigan football fan in the world. Oh, they do have the day off. Alex Anzalone! Big TFL. Lions standing tall in the red zone again. Is there any interesting football happening today? I got your email, Tom. I got you. Big third down here. Marcus Mariota going to try to run up the... Oh, there's no one there. There's no one there! He's been doing this all game! Well, you lost your rush lanes. You had someone doubled on the crossing route. Took 21 out of the play. You have to imagine Washington go for 2 here to make it a 7-point game. Let's see what they do. Come on. I need a defensive stop here. It's our Aiden, don't beat yourself up. Okay, they are going for 2 here. Interesting formation here. A little pistol with the tight end to his right and a running back behind him. Mariota looking, throws, finds a receiver, and it's caught. That's Deebo Samuel making it a 7-point game. 14 Commanders, 7 for the Lions. Just under 7 minutes left. Jeremy, if the league goes to an 18-game regular season, do you think there would be a second bye again? It's almost necessary with 18 games. I would hope so. I don't have ESPN, Twan, anyways. I thought I did. I thought I was paying like $80 a month for ESPN amongst other things. And honestly, mostly ESPN. But I'm currently not getting ESPN. All I want is live sports. Why can't I just pay $70 to $80 a month for live sports? Just all of the live sports. Why do I need 80 billion things to subscribe to when I don't care about reality TV? I don't care about the History Channel. I don't care about NBC, ABC. I don't care about any of that crap. I just want NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. That's it. I don't even care about golf. You can keep golf. I don't even want sports shows. I don't want people talking about sports. Just give me the live sports. I want the live sports package. And I like TV. That's the crazy thing, is I like TV. But I'm so fed up. All I want is live sports. I don't care. I will give up every other TV show I've ever watched just to pay $80 a month to watch live sports. Oh, College Game Day is going to be available on YouTube. I don't care about College Game Day. I don't care about sports previews. I care about sports. Sorry. But you can get me for free. Oh my God. Sorry, I got worked up there. Nah, nope. You can keep golf. I don't want it. I gotta get Sports Ball Plus Premium. I knew it. Well, okay, you know what? I like that little play action there. J-Mo gets some of the yardage he lost there. Sets up a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 5. I don't like baseball, but I like the opportunity to watch baseball if I want. If there aren't any sports shows, how would you know the Dallas Cowboys are ruining their legacy or if LeBron will surpass? Yeah, exactly. Oh, Goff is hit as he throws, overthrown to his receiver. Now we got a decision to make here. You're on the Commander's side of the field, the 44-yard line, 5.5 to go. 4th and 5 for this Lions team. Hey, can we all just agree that the fact that Stephen A. Smith is leaning into the solitaire thing is, like, super disgusting? Can we agree with that, or no? Because if you didn't see, first of all, if you didn't know, Stephen A. Smith was caught playing solitaire during the NBA Finals. And now he has a solitaire sponsorship that he's earning money from. And that is like, so, like, I get making light of a situation that's not that serious, but at the same time, like, there's so many people that want to break into this business that are serious about doing hard work. And the fact that you are making a mockery of your own self doing a poor job and gaining money from it is, I view it as a spit in the face of everyone that tries to get into this business. And like, to people that respond to what I just said as, it's not that serious, you're mostly right. But sports media is something I obviously care a fair amount about. And to see him just like brush off that is, I hate it. I hate it. It's a terrible look. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's bullshit. And I did see that other people on ESPN were advertising it as well. And I just, it's so tone deaf. Meanwhile, the Lions are blowing this game. Chester Rabbit, thank you for the follow. I know I'm talking about it now. I know I'm part of the problem by acknowledging all this. But it's frustrating. And it feels like there's just like there's no line to cross anymore. You can do whatever if you're popular enough or you make enough money that, like, there's just, it doesn't matter how many people call you out for being disgusting or immoral or whatever. People are going to pay attention. People are going to give them attention. People are going to, I guess, watch his shows. Whatever. If you like him, you like him. But the only way you stop someone like that is tune them out. And I know I'm not doing it right now, but I know. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating. Right. Exactly, Twan. There's no incentive to apologize for anything publicly now because because guess what? Being canceled isn't real. No one's canceled because even the most heinous people will complain and then create a GoFundMe and will raise $10,000 because they said a racist slur on TV. I'm spiraling right now. I'm sorry. I'm not making this fun. Comparing what Stephen A. did to someone saying a racist slur on TV, not at all in the same neighborhood, to be clear. Yeah. This all started with just YouTube TV dropping ESPN. I'm spiraling. I'm sorry. Let's get back to the fun part, which is apparently watching the virtual Washington Commanders beat the Lions in a Madden sim because, God forbid, the Lions stop a running play or stop throwing interceptions. Well, at this point, I think the only chance the Lions win this game, let alone cover the spread, is for a turnover. So we need a turnover. Last time I called for a turnover in the red zone, it happened. Tell me that got dropped. It didn't. All right, this is it. Chat. The only hope for the Lions is a turnover here, so we need to manifest it. We need someone on defense. I think it's going to be a linebacker to make a play here, whether it's a forced fumble, a pick, a strip sack, a thick six. Looks like they're just going to try to run it. So we got to be aggressive in forcing this ball out. Jack, I'm calling on you. Fullback dive. Okay, that's fine. Okay. You know what? Drive him as far back as possible so that the dumb computer decides throwing the ball is a good decision. I didn't even realize the Lions have used all their timeouts. This is a little bit more dire than I thought it was. Because now the Commanders can take 2 knees, kick a field goal, and it's a 10-point game with 30 seconds left. But I'm going to choose to believe the computer's going to do something dumb and Jack Campbell's going to make him pay for it. Oh my God, they're throwing it. Make him fumble it. Throw him out of bounds. Okay. That was dumb, but it wasn't dumb enough. If this is how the game goes, there will be plenty of panic in Detroit, and probably warranted panic because Washington's defense is not good. All right, pick. Come on, pick. Alex? Pick? Oh, no, they're letting the clock run out. That means they're probably going to run it. Come on, Alex. Pick it off. Come on, Alex. Pick it off. Pick. Oh, don't worry. Arthur Mollett is just 5 steps behind. Duck Lion, not now. Now's not the time, Duck Lion. Oh, boy. This is not the Madden sim I was expecting. Late November, soulful. Listen. If this is how the game plays out tomorrow, I might be right in line with everyone else that is panicking this week. I'm trying not to go too far and overreact to one game because literally after that Buccaneers game, we were all like, well, damn, this team is a Super Bowl contender again. And then, one game is not going to cause me to change my mind because it's one game, because you can have one bad day and everything will be okay. But if they come out and lay a stinker against a Washington team that is both bad and injured, I'm not going to feel very good about where this team is currently at. We're not going to talk about Jared Goff's stat line because they're missing a very important one on that stat line that pretty much changed this entire game. there's some truth to that, Soulful, but I think the offense played better games than they did this past week. I'm hoping that this past week was rock bottom for the offense. Screenplay? Sure, why not? Don't get out of bounds? Sure, why not? Well, they gave it to him. Just the stupidest play calls. Down 2 scores. Yeah, let's throw a 3-yard curl to our tight end. I'd rather not go with the B word, Duck Lion. But I'd be willing to write something about Van Ginkel on my head, yeah. Well, if you guys want to stick around, we are going to do a spin on the Wheel of Pain because despite what that says, we are now over $4,000 raised for the University of Michigan Local Cancer Center. And you know what? I'll throw this out. We'll give away 5 stickers if we get to 4,500. So if anyone wants to do some significant last-minute donation drops, we'll do a little bit of giveaway at the end of the stream as well. Last play here, likely for the Lions offense. There it is, up to Laporta. He'll be tackled inbounds, and that will do it. Lions offense turns out again. 21-7 Commanders. Lions had a 7-6 lead. Seemed like they had turned things around in the second half. They immediately go downfield, score a touchdown, get a stop. They're up 7-6 with the ball. And then Jared Goff throws an interception, and it's all downhill from there. Let's look at some stats before we pull out the Wheel of Pain. As if that wasn't painful enough to watch whatever that was. Can I please skip this? Thank you. Marcus Mariota throws 1 incomplete pass the entire game, but only 137 yards overall. Lions out-yardage the Commanders, I think, for the entire game, maybe. Although, man, they ran for a lot more than I thought they ran for. Krosky Merritt, 77 yards, 5.5 a pop. Mariota's 7.5 a pop with a touchdown. Gibbs, decent day, but just not enough opportunities as the Lions are playing from behind most of the game. Nice little game from Isaac Teslaw, though. That's the silver lining. 75 yards and a score. Laporta 72, no score. And Amon-Ra 52. Wow. We got to scroll pretty far down for a JMO stat line. Defensively, Lions, all the sacks in the world today. 3 from Aleem, 2 from DJ Reader. A split sack between Hutchinson and Anzalone. Yet those 6 sacks were not enough. Very sad. Do you actually know what percent of play call Dan Campbell guided John Moore? No, and when we ask Dan Campbell anything similar to that, he usually says something of like it's a full team effort, blah, 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 blah. All right. Let's get out of Madden. Forget this ever happened, and let's do a spin on the Wheel of Pain and get out of here. Then someone is going to go take a shower and wash his face off. Not going to say who. All right. Let me do one more chance. Oh, it's you guys? Oh, yeah, I'll do channel point updates, too. Browser. That one's still too, like, why? Why is this not updating all the time? All the time. That one's still... Oh, no, that one's updated. There we go. Great. We're updated. All right, let's do a spin on the Wheel of Pain. I'm going to put it over chat because I don't want to see you guys. I don't want to see chat right now. I'm mad at chat. Not actually mad at chat. Mad at everything else. All right. Donor drive. No, that's not what I need. I need Streamlabs. That's what I want. Oh, you want to skip channel points? I don't think I'm going to agree with you. Widgets. Spinny wheel. All right, what do we got? Vegemite, Bean Boozled, 10 up downs, push-ups, mustard. Yeah, exactly. Dang ESPN, dang YouTube TV, dang post office. All right, here we go. Let's spin it. Here we go. I don't even know what I want. Like push-ups maybe? 10 push-ups doesn't seem that bad. Wait, no, we do push-ups until I'm tired. I think the one I want the least is Vegemite. Then mustard, then up downs, then Bean Boozled, then push-ups. Why did I open my mouth? Why did I even open my mouth? Let me go get a spoon. You know, I haven't even eaten a single thing today. This is going to be the first thing I eat all day. It's moments like this where I'm wondering, like, hey, maybe I just do like a normal charity drive next year where we're just like, hey, donate money. That's it. Why do I put myself through this? It's not even coming out. Oh, there we go. Oh, God. Chat, thank you for raising $4,000 for the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center. I'm not in love with you at this particular moment, but I do love what you represent for Lions fans and for Pride of Detroit. Here we go. Absolutely not, JC. What's wrong with you Australians? Oh, God. I love... do you have a... So our Discord is not like an official Pride of Detroit Discord anymore, but if you do want a link to it, I can give it to you. There's a link to the Discord. I'm not really ever a part of it anymore, but if you want a Lions community Discord, that is one. All right. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say, chat. I think it's time to go. I am out of things to say. Let's see what's going on the rest of the week. Game's obviously at 4:30 or 4:25 tomorrow, so We won't be live after the game unless I feel like it. But the main POD cast will be Monday night, as it usually is. What else we got going on this week? First Bite, as a reminder, is live during the month of Movember. If you're not a Pride of Detroit Direct subscriber, you can still watch live. I try to send it out a couple hours in advance on Twitter when we're going to go live. But it's not available to watch on demand if you're not a Pride of Detroit Direct subscriber. If you miss it live and you are a Pride of Detroit Direct subscriber, I will send it to you later in the week. But that'll probably be recorded either Wednesday or Thursday, most likely with our good friend Brandon Lee Gowden of Bleeding Green Nation for Lions Eagles. We'll do midweek mailbag live for everybody. That'll be Tuesday, probably morningish, maybe evening. Thank you, Soulful Breakout. I will appreciate that reminder. Uncle T Rav, thank you for 31 months. I agree with your message. I'm just not going to say it out loud for purposes of getting people riled up before we get out of here. But thank you for the 31 months subscribed on Twitch. And thank you to all of you for listening, watching, donating, whatever you're doing to support us. As always, if you can't donate, totally okay. But if it's a cause you still care about, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell someone that you think might be able to give, or just be here, because the more people that are here during our live streams, the more we hit other people's algorithms, people get to see us, and just by you being here helps our drive, even if you aren't able to donate. So very much appreciate everyone who hung out today. Had to watch that sad version of a Madden sim. Got to sit through a couple of my tirades. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy all of your Sunday. And then we'll see you Monday night for a Lions Commanders victory recap, where we get to celebrate being 6-3, because that's a pretty darn good record, everybody. All right. We'll get out of here. Thanks, everybody, again, for hanging out. We'll see you soon.